we've made 600 or 700 minutes of Jungle Beat over the last 10 years. And so audiences really do resonate with these characters already. So in casting, it was so important for us that the characters were just right. And we found the most amazing actors to bring these characters to life. From Philippe, who's voiced by Ed Kerr and just delivered such an amazing, awkward and delightful performance of this little homesick alien that's just falling for this planet, that's being so wonderfully kind to him and yet wrestling with what he has to do as a planet conqueror. And then, of course, we've got Monkey, who's just a bundle of energy, absolutely uncontrollable, bouncing off the wall, a heart of gold, but often leaps before he thinks. And just an amazing performance by David Menken, who really brought his character to life. And we couldn't be happier with that. And then for Trunk, our wonderful Trunk, who's voiced by the amazing Ina Marie Smith, and just the absolutely lovable heart of the film. Truly the unconditional caregiver of the film that just takes Philippe under her trunk and off on a grand adventure. And of course, there's an entire cast of animals and more aliens as well. So lots to look forward to.
You've also decided to assemble a fire squad, I can say, a crew together with worldwide industry leaders in the animation space. And you've put this film together. So why was it so important for you guys to seek these pros in the animation world and put them all in the Jungle Beat?
I think what is absolutely true is we live in a totally interconnected world. And, my job as an animation producer is to bring the pieces together that enable us to make these 90 minutes of beautiful animation. And to do that, we no longer need to have all of those people under one roof, working for 2 years without seeing the sunlight. So this film was truly created by a distributed team. We had teams in Cape Town, in Mauritius, and in Indonesia. And so there's some 100 people that worked on this film from very different places with very different backgrounds. But what's absolutely true is they're all the best of the best, and they're bringing their best to the production.
How then do you put a soundtrack like this together?
Oh man, it was such a fun part of the process. Brent, the director, has got a really interesting way of getting his inspiration. So he listens to music before he writes a scene. And music's got this amazing ability to make you feel strongly a certain way.
Yeah.
And so Brent listens to a song and is like, oh, that song makes me feel happy and fun and upbeaty and joyful or whatever. That's how I want people to feel when they watch this scene in the film. And so from the very beginning, it was always Special Star for Brent. And it's kind of the opening song in the film, and it just sets the tone for the whole film. It's such a special song. Mango Groove is such a special band. We have loved getting to know them, and we loved working with them. And we really, really love the way that the song kind of just infuses this like energy and this joy into the film right off the bat. And it was also really fun because the legend Claire Johnston has a cameo in the film. She voices one of the characters. So listen out for her when you watch the film.
Wow.
And we were completely delighted to work with them.
Please may you touch on some of the universal themes that we can all identify with. And when we walk away as an audience, how do you want us to feel?
Our film is one of, again, kindness, but it's also one of finding the best in someone else and believing the best in the other person, even if they don't necessarily demonstrate all of those qualities on the surface. Finding their heart and speaking to their heart. And so I know, as a father of two, it's a story that I want to share with my children.
Where can the South African audience watch and enjoy the Jungle Beat?
Well, there's a number of ways to watch it. Thanks to these wonderful streaming platforms, you can probably find it on the platform that you love. So definitely iTunes Movies and Apple TV, Google Play Movies, Truth TV. Give it a search and you'll find it. You can also go to our website, junglebeatthemovie.com, and that'll have direct links through to all the streaming platforms.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Tim and Rita, for joining us this afternoon and sharing the Jungle Beat with us. And congratulations once again to you, the cast and the crew of putting this incredible animation together.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Jungle Beat is available to stream now from Google Play, Apple TV, and Amazon. So get your family together for a fun adventure movie night that won't be forgotten. There's even more fun involved in watching the film as a family. If you enter the exciting worldwide family movie competition night, all you have to do is download the Jungle Beat playbook, throw your very own premiere party, post pictures of your experience, follow Jungle Beat on Instagram and tag them using the hashtag Planet Earth Hugs Again.
And now I can proudly say that my inner child refuses to grow up. And so I'm excited to have a look at this, to watch this movie and see what it's all about while enjoying these delicious snacks we're about to make today.
I know, and the music of Mango Groove. Everyone, it is just amazing. Pauline, what do you say?
I mean, Anele, exactly on that point. Special star. That is so legendary in South Africa.
I know, right?
And ladies, you know, speaking about all things Jungle Beat the movie, we've asked you on social media, what is the one movie that you can have on repeat and never get bored of? We've got Leafy, and they've put 2 movies that they cannot get sick of, and they use the hashtag Afternoon Express by saying Wild Child with Emma Roberts as the main character, and also Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan as the main character. These movies make my day. They're super awesome. I mean, I must say for myself, Leafy, I loved Parent Trap. Secret between you and me, I had the tape and I used to drive my brothers crazy over it. I used to watch Parent Trap and I knew every single word, which leads me to the second viewer with the comment. And this is Snowy. And Snowy says Titanic because it's the best movie for me, and that movie makes me feel like I've lost someone in my life. The movie can make me cry. I mean, I can relate to this. I wasn't allowed to watch it. I hope my mom's not watching this episode today because I used to sneak watching Titanic, ladies.
I can confess to the entire universe that I have never watched
Oh,
Titanic.
no, standing there in front of the boat with your loved one.
And saying, Jack, I feel like I'm flying. Jack, but I've got a little bit of a beef with Rose. Jack could have fit on the door.
Apparently.
Jack did not need to die, South Africa. We could have all snuggled together, body heat, or taken turns in the water.
And Snowy then wouldn't have cried.
I love that. Okay, so thank you so much, South Africa, for giving us your movie suggestions, but keep them coming and use that hashtag Afternoon Express. But ladies, it seems like you've got some sweet treats here for us.
Yes, we're making a Blue Galaxy milkshake for movie night.
And we're getting the kiddies involved with some delicious, tasty ostrich nest.
An ostrich nest, and we're going to the galaxy. It seems like so much fun coming up.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
Oh, and we are jungle beating now. You're going to make some ostrich nets, and
Yes.
I'm going to make this delicious milkshake. Look at this.
I'm looking at that, and I feel like, as usual, we can just do a recipe swap. I take the milkshake, you take the chocolate mix.
This reminds me of the character Flip from Jungle Beat, the blue character. And he's very hungry in the movie, so he loves it when he finds food. It's like us. They can call us Flip 1 and Flip 2.
Actually, you're right. Very, very right.
So to make my beautiful milkshake, I'm going to use some Clover Fresh milk. I'm going to add that to a little container because we're going to blitz this up. And it's also in this blue container.
I mean, flip 1, flip 2, flip 3.
Yeah, and it's in new packaging. And every litre goes through a 55 quality test. Isn't that amazing?
20,
yeah, and it
30.
lasts for 18 days in my fridge. So I'm going to add some ice cream in here. Loads of ice cream. We all scream for ice cream.
And I have to mention that I know it's winter, but I'm one of the few people that enjoy ice cream in winter.
Yes,
I
me as
enjoy
well.
cold stuff in winter. So this, for me, definitely hits the spot.
And what are you doing there, too?
I'm making some chocolate ostrich nests, but to start it off, I need to melt some of my chocolate down.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put in a couple more chocolate bits in there. So basically, we want this to melt down. Once it's completely melted, I'm going to add in the rest of my ingredients to make that mixture. So we've got coconut shavings, we've got some peanuts, and then we're going to just toss it all together.
Oh, yum.
And then top the beautiful nests off with some mini eggs.
So I've got some honey in here, and now I'm just going to blitz it up. Quick, and make your delicious milkshake. You can have the other milkshake.
That actually is so perfect because it's literally just 4 ingredients, right? 3.
Yeah. And you just do this. Oh, it just looks so rich. Look at that. Look at that.
And that's done. And it's quick, and it's easy, and it's delicious. And you can actually make these recipes with your family as well. So just before movie night, everyone gets involved. Some people make the nests, some people make the milkshakes, and you all just cuddle together on the couch.
And you know what? The children will love this, but we are going to love this too.
They'll think it's for them, but it's actually for us.
No. I'm going to add some cream on here, and if anybody wants a recipe, they can go to afternoonexpress.co.za. Oh,
That looks so indulgent.
Look at that. I am going in heaven now.
I can see.
Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. And look how easy it was to make.
That's what I'm talking about. It was so simple, so quick. So even though you're going to be coming home from a hectic day at work, it's so simple that you literally you can even get the kids to get everything ready beforehand. And all you do is just get home and finish everything else when you get there. But it's such a family-friendly recipe that you're making there.
And that's what's nice about movie nights at home. You can make like a tent with my parents used to make a tent with a sheet, around the couches. You can sneak in there with your milkshake and with your the nest, your ostrich nest. It's going to be divine. So you've only got peanuts in there?
And coconut shavings as well as the melted chocolate.
Okay.
So all we're doing now is I'm going to make some space here in the center.
Okay.
And we're going to put the chocolate, the eggs on there while it's still warm because we want it, when it hardens up, basically hold that shape.
Yes.
So I'm just going to top these up a bit and make them a bit more big. And then that is it. We just 3 or 4 eggs on top, and that is it. Our ostrich nests are done.
We're going to have fun tonight. I just want to show the viewers this as well, that they've got this new handle, the milk, so it actually pours so easily.
That makes it so much easier, so you know that there's not too much cleaning up afterwards.
So, Toombs, I'm going to hand you one of these, and you're going to hand me one of those. And we're going to think that we are on a movie night now. So, and then you're going to have to tell me what it tastes like. So this is for you. We're going to have...
Okay. You go first.
What do you want? What do you want? I want that one.
Okay, let's put this down. And
then you're going to tell me what you think of this milkshake.
Okay.
Because it's frozen berries. You can put everything in the freezer the night before. And
Carry on.
just pour it together. Tell me what you think. No. You have to talk.
Well,
is it divine?
I think those sound effects made enough, gave enough people the answers because South Africa. That is how amazing this recipe is. So make it tonight. Make sure you've got all the ingredients. It's simple. You might have all of this in your pantry. If not, hurry up, go to the shops now before they close. Get yourself all the stuff and enjoy movie night tonight.
Shall we go? Bye.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
Ladies, those look movie magic ready. Like, it's Friday night, movie night. And Tumi has just given up on speaking today. So Anele's also given up on speaking. So it's just me, clearly, and Lilita Lelanga here on social media. Lilita Lelanga, it's just you and I. And your vote goes to Mama Jack. And you say, it's the funniest movie ever. So we're seeing something that's local as lekker here.
Yeah, I mean, I could never get enough of Leon Schuster's movies. He's a legend. And his movies have they've kept South Africa laughing for years.
How?
Laughing indeed. Amanda also here says, I watch Dirty Dancing over and over again. Amanda, I'm right there with you. Going into this weekend, we will be Dirty Dancing. Now, we're encouraging everyone to enjoy the film Jungle Beats with their family and loved ones. And a lot of love we want into the film's end title track, Together in This. So coming up, we meet the talented songwriter behind it, Jonas Myron. Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, a good theme song for a film conveys its core values, as well as encapsulating the feelings explored by the film's narrative. That's exactly what's been done by the talented Jonas Myron, the songwriter behind the Jungle Beats, Together in This, which has been sung to perfection by the radiant Natasha Bedingfield.
Together, together in this, together is strong. Whenever I love, my brother, my sister, don't give up on hope. It's gonna get better, 'cause we are together. We are together.
Welcome to Afternoon Express, Jonas.
Hey guys, good afternoon, good morning from Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's the morning that side, while it's all the way in the afternoon here. We're quite snug here in our loft, and we're so grateful to have you. Now, we have to just kick off by saying congratulations. What an awesome track for a very special movie. So tell us about how this track came to come together, and how were you able to join in on this global collaborative project, and why was it so important to you?
Wow. First of all, thank you so much for having me. This is so fun. This is my first South African TV show appearance. So I'm really happy to be doing it with you, Polisa. What a better place. I'm so pumped. Together in this is from a movie called Jungle Beat, the movie, which is actually made by a South African studio called Sunrise Sandcastle. And I've been just loving working with these guys in South Africa. We've been collaborating for around 2-3 years now, me on the music side. And Jungle Beat, the movie, is from a TV show called Jungle Beat that they turned into a movie, and it got released on Friday. And as I've been a part of this kind of collaborative process together with this studio, I was in South Africa 3 times last year, and was also in Mauritius, where they have an office and a studio. And when I was in Mauritius, they showed me the film last year when it was in storyboard form. Storyboard means when you see, literally, there's no color in the animation. It's just literally like only drawn, hand-drawn. And I just love this film, and I love the heart of the movie. And it kind of stayed with me. The whole kind of feeling of this film was a part of me. Well, I was working on a different project at the same time for them. And 7 weeks ago, Lisa, Together in This got birthed on this piano here. It was a song that I felt I just have to share it with the studio and see if this is something that would resonate. It was a song for now, for the world, because the whole world has never looked like this. We have never been in our lifetime, in a situation like this, where we are so desperately actually in need of each other, even though we're alone. It's a time where love and hope is the only thing that can get us through. And I wanted to use music as a reminder for that. And that is the heart of the movie too, of Jungle Beat. It's a song about friendship, a song about that everything is gonna get better when we're together.
And I think that carries such a special meaning, especially now in a time where we have to be alone and isolated, bringing in the message of togetherness and unity. I love that, Jonas. So can we safely say that this is what inspired the song?
Absolutely. That's totally what inspired the song.
Yeah.
And I feel so grateful, Lisa, because this is music for me has always been is my language and to communicate. And what's so incredible about music is that it's a language that everyone can speak, because it speaks to our heart. And just watching the response this weekend of this song has just been incredible. I've been getting messages literally from around the world, from families, from my hipster friends to kids to, people making their own Together in This TikTok dance videos. Like, it's going completely viral, and this is just taking off. And how cool that we did this in collaboration with America and South Africa, with Australia, who we had my co-producer Michael Fatkin was in Australia, and then we had dancers in the video from literally around the world. So it's been so fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun, and it sounds like something that a whole lot of musicians want to get in on, because it's a unique opportunity to collaborate with people on a global scale, but still with such a special meaning. Now, you and Natasha worked alongside each other on this track. Take us through what the creative process was like, from recording the song to filming the music video.
Yes. So after the song was written, I was thinking, who should sing this? Because I really knew it was for a female voice. And when I was in the writing process, I really felt like I could just hear Natasha's voice on this. I mean, she's one of my favorite singers in the world. And we actually been friends since we were 17 in London, when we lived in London. So I've known her, my whole life almost, and just being completely we've been friends. I'm godfather of her son. And we've been quarantined together as a family because they live just next door to me down the road. And I'm a godfather, so we've been just hanging out anyway. So I told her about the idea. I said, I have this song, the studio loves it. They want it to be the end title for this beautiful animation called Jungle Beat. I said, can I play you the song? And she said, I'd love to hear it. And I play her the song, and she just goes, let's do it. I love it. And we recorded it, and it just came, when she put her voice on it, it just came alive. And I felt like it just brought sunshine into the room. And it's been such a joy to collaborate with her on that. And we had 8 days, Lisa, to get it done. So we had to get it done in literally, I think we had 3 days of production in the end. And we put her vocal down on the Friday. We sent it to mix on the Saturday. I sent it to master on the Sunday, and on Monday morning, the studio in Cape Town had the final master, and we made the deadline, and it was uploaded, and it was just incredible.
And voila! We are so happy and we are so grateful that it came together in the end. I mean, Jonas, I think that that's what's so special about music right now. A lot of people are using it as a coping mechanism. We need people like you and Natasha to collaborate and come together to bring us pure magic and have us feeling just so good when we listen to music. Now, they do say that music has its own way of uniting people, but how would you say that this song and the movie has the ability to do just that during a time when people in the world need it the most?
Yeah, really good question, because I think this is the power of art. This is actually the beautiful thing about when you go through a hard time. Sometimes there's not many things that can help, because you can feel, you can wake up and you can just feel down. But the power of a song is that it can uplift your spirit. It can actually speak not just to your head, but it can speak to your soul. And this has been something that, with Togetherness, I really wanted this to be uplifting. I feel like we need hope now. The world, we need to be reminded that the lyric of the chorus goes like, we are together in this. Together is strong and never alone. And you're my brother, my sister. So don't give up on hope. It's gonna get better because we are together in this. So I wanted to write a lyric that was literally a reminder to people that they're not alone. Even though they feel like they're alone at home in this quarantine, we actually all are alone in our little space. I mean, you're alone in your studio today. I'm alone here in my studio in LA, and we're filming, but we're together and we're having this amazing, connection, because we can have a deeper understanding now of humanity and the fragility of what it means to be a human, and the appreciation of life, and how grateful actually we have to be for every breath and for every heartbeat, and that we have each other. And I think that is what the heartbeat of this song and the heartbeat of the movie is just to be a reminder for kids who are young or old, just to remember the power of friendship, the power of love, the power of just hope, and that we are better when we're together.
I think that that is such a beautiful sentiment to walk away with. And I think that I'm one of those old kids that are just loving it and eating up this movie. Look, I was saying throughout the show that this movie is going to be one of those movies that I just keep watching time and time again, rewinding it, stopping it, starting it all over again, to the point where I'm probably going to be able to lip sync not only yours and Natasha's song, but the movie words themselves. So in your own words, why is it important for families to watch this movie together?
It is such a reminder for the next generation, actually, of what really matters. The movie is about our differences, and it's talking about this little alien, and it's talking about these animals in the jungle who are so different, but they realize that they all need each other. And I think this is the message that we can give and pass on to our kids and the next generation, that actually in your difference, in your differences, in your uniqueness, you are so special just as you are. And you're valued, and you're loved, and we need you to be you, because there's only one you in the whole universe. Only you have your unique fingerprint. Only you have that unique voice, that unique character, and to just stay you. And we need every bit of you to make the world a more beautiful place.
Yeah, we are definitely calling out for everyone to use their uniqueness and shine bright and stand out amongst the crowd as we all holding hands together. Thank you so much, Jonas.
It was so fun.
Thank you again, Jonas. Let me say goodbye to you, South Africa. That was Grammy Award-winning singing songwriter Jonas Myron, who collaborated with Natasha Bedingfield, giving us a beautiful song along with the movie Jungle Beat the movie. I'm sure a lot of us will also be downloading and streaming the song.
I just love that song. It's got such a catchy tune. You can sing it. Please do
We
it.
are together in this. Together we're strong.
Bali, come.
No alone.
No, I couldn't agree more with you. I missed the party, South Africa. I came in at the end of the song. But what an incredible song.
Isn't it just?
And you know what, ladies? I'm not one to back down from a challenge, so trust me, I've got my eyes everywhere. And I saw that bright and early, Avakele went onto our social media platforms and challenged myself to a dance-off. And this is what Avakele said. This says, I want Balisa Balitembe to get down with that dance.
girl.
Okay, fine. So, you know what? Challenge accepted. We are going to dance. We're going to do it. We've also uploaded it on our social media platforms, the entire TikTok challenge, along with Chef Dumi, and we have just been dancing. Are you ready, girl?
Together in this.
Together and strong.
I'm just going to ship it.
Yeah, well, what's wrong with you? My sister. Jump. Hey. The choreography. Anyway, South Africa, we're going to be cooking after the break. Head over to our social media platforms to get the correct choreography because we were lighting up Afternoon Express's lounge on fire.
Yeah.
See you after these.
Only in the darkness.
Welcome back, South Africa. We are together in this kitchen,
Yes.
making an amazing recipe. Now, you've heard about pasta bakes and pasta casseroles and all of that. Today we are doing something different.
Right.
We are making a rice and veg baked casserole.
I love it, I love it, I love it.
And we are using that amazing rice that you've got over there.
I know, and I'm going to show the people how to cook Excella rice. Perfect.
Please show us, because the dish that I'm making now requires some cooked rice.
But you start first, and I'm going to go in.
Okay.
But you start first, because you've got a big dish to go.
As you can see, South Africa, I've got the Rainbow Nation over here.
Yeah.
7 color Sundays, guys. You don't have to make 7 different pots. You can literally have 7 colors in one dish. So over here, we've got our rice. We've got our butternut. Okay, I think I'm going to need another show just to list all these ingredients. I've got beetroot. I've got carrots. I was corrected by one of our viewers. She said to me, this is not orange sweet potato. It is yam. So we've got yams. We've got... courgettes. We've got onions, potatoes. I mean,
it's your whole fridge. Take your whole fridge and put it on the table.
Put it in the casserole. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start by putting all our veg into our casserole.
Yeah.
And we basically want to toss it all together. But the only thing here, though, is I want to show everyone, because we've got beetroot, we're going to leave beetroot to the last, because we know the damage that beetroot can do.
Color damage it does to dishes.
I love beetroot,
Me as well.
but after you've used or cooked or made beetroot, the whole kitchen you will know, like there will be some evidence there. There won't be any hiding it.
Okay, well, you're putting all the veggies in there. So Excella rice cooks perfectly every time. So all you need to cook a cup of Excella rice is 2 cups of boiling water and a bit of salt, a teaspoon of salt. I'm just going to measure it like that. And then you add your Excella rice into your boiling water and you give it 1 stir. One stir like that. And then you close the pot. You go and watch and get ready for Jungle Beats movie. And 20 minutes later, perfection. That's it.
And then once you've done that, you go take that very same rice.
Yes.
And you're going to put it in your dish. So now that we've got all our beautiful veggies, our rainbow color of veggies in here, we're going to go in with the rest of our ingredients, which is paprika, we've got garlic, we've got salt and pepper, we've also got some mixed herbs. All of this you can actually get on our website. So go on to afternoonexpress.co.za, get all the ingredients lists, get all the methods, the steps on how to do it, and you can actually make this amazing dish yourself.
So can I just, what paprika are you using? Normal paprika or smoked paprika?
I like it smoky.
Oh, you like it smoking hot. That's what we do.
Yeah, that's the movie I would watch forever and a day.
What?
That's The Mask.
The Mask?
Yes, I love Jim Carrey. Balisa was judging me because she was like, Jim Carrey? I love Jim Carrey, okay? So I'm going in with some garlic in there, some smoked paprika, as well as a bit of salt and pepper. We always season it now.
Yes.
We always season it.
Thank you, thank you.
And then I'm going to go in with my Excella oil, because I also need some of that in here, because we want it to bake nicely together. Then I'm going to toss all these ingredients together.
And did you know, like when I bake, if I cut up veggies like that, and I don't put oil over it, it struggles to cook in the oven.
No, right?
It needs that coating of a fat layer, even if it's butter or oil, you need it over it and bake it so it can cook properly.
Perfect, exactly. And the one thing I love about Excella oil as well is that you don't have to worry about there being any additional flavor in there that's going to be imparted, because the actual oil itself is perfect. So now we've cooked our rice, and because Excella rice is probably one of the best rices in the market, we don't have to worry about it being stodgy or anything. It's actually just going to cook nicely.
So you don't mix it through, you just leave it on top.
Just leave it on top, because once you take it, when you dish it out, you're basically going to get a bit of everything over there. And then to make it all beautiful, we go in with our herbs and then some cream to bind it all together.
You are not holding back.
Oh, no, I'm not.
You're taking it to varsity this day.
Like I said, guys, this is a 7-color dish, so you want to make sure that you get all your nutrients from this one dish. So I want to make sure I leave some of the rice showing there, because it's also going to brown nicely and get a nice, delicious crust on the top as well.
That's what I wanted to say, because I like that crustiness of it. It is like so nice.
And then you just tuck your beetroot in there nicely. And then this goes into the oven to bake. And I'm sure you guys were watching, but if you happen to miss this, please go watch this recap video.
Magnifique, ladies. That looks absolutely delicious. I'm ready to try that at home.
I know,
It's
right?
simple to make and it's economical.
Yeah, I love that. Easy on the pockets. That's what
Yeah.
we're all about, South Africa. But we're also all about the movies today. Family movie night is the theme. So we've asked you on social media, what is a movie that you have got on repeat? So ladies, I'm going to read out a couple of ideas and then you guys will let me know how you feel.
Okay.
We've got T, and T says, for me, it's Spy Kids. I mean, I know all the Spy Kids movies, so yeah. Ayanda says, Karate Kid, my childhood crush. For the first time, I thought he was a girl. Ayanda, are you talking about Jaden Smith here? Okay, Pamela also says, happy Friday afternoon. I love watching Mr. Bean. So ladies, what do you think about that list?
Mr. Bean for me.
Wax on, wax off.
Okay, so we've got one vote here for Mr. Bean and one vote there for Karate Kid. Okay, sounding good, but ladies, do you know what I'm voting for? More food. So what are we cooking after the break?
We are making, let's just call it dessert. To end it all off on a sweet note, we are making a pear tartare. And we're going to be using our delicious, tasty Good Morning Bakers Good Morning brand rusks.
Well, you heard it here. What are we waiting for?
Express yourself.
Welcome back, guys. And like we said, we're ending it on a beautifully sweet note today. And we're making a pear tartare.
It sounds so sexy too.
We like the French. We like the fancy stuff.
But it is a sexy dish.
It is.
It's like an upside down tart.
I know, right? But then to make the pear tartare, it starts off with poached pears.
Yeah.
And you're going to show us how to actually poach a pear, because I'm going to do the rest of the ingredients afterwards. So please walk us or talk us through what exactly you're doing.
So I've cut the pear and we're going to leave it in half. So you left yours in halves.
Yeah.
So I've sliced the pear and I'm just going to put it down like that. I'm going to add some water to the pot. Oh, we are steaming it up here today, baby. And I've got some sugar in here. It's very easy to poach a pear, actually.
Very easy.
It sounds very fancy. And I've got some vanilla essence in here and a squeeze of lemon juice.
Ooh.
And if people can find this recipe on afternoonexpress.co.za. And that, Toombs, is it. I'm going to cut more up here and steam some more. I'm still going to add a bit of rosemary in there to give it a bit more flavor. A bit more flavor and je ne sais quoi.
Oh, guys, all right. So while you're doing that and poaching the pears, I'm going to show, because we've got a nice, tasty, but very herby syrup that goes with this. And to start it off, we've got some rosemary that's already in the pan. And I just go in with some honey. So what happens is once the honey hits the pot, it's going to actually just not dissolve actually, it's going to get very runny. So you don't have to worry about it being too thick. So what we're trying to do now, we're basically just trying to infuse the honey with that rosemary flavor.
Stunning.
Amazing.
I know. Amazing. We sound like Generation Z. Is it amazing?
Oh, like, oh my gosh. So we let this reduce for a bit, or rather we just let it loosen up.
Yeah.
While that happens, I'm going to start cutting out the shapes for, or the tart, the puff pastry for our tart. So all we need to do is cut out some pear shapes, but I actually have some...
Don't let it go pear shape.
You and your one-liners. We've got some pears that we actually did poach earlier on.
Yeah.
This is how they look. Basically nice and divine, absorb all that vanilla flavor, absorb all that sugar, absorb all those amazing lemony flavors in there. So I'm just going to make some tart shells for our pears.
While you're doing that, sister, I just want to say we're using Baker's, ek laat alles val vanaand. We're using Baker's bran rusks. They are from the Baker Man can.
Okay, so what we're going to do is, because we're letting this reduce, I'm going to put I've let it reduce very well here. So all that's going to happen is I want to put the syrup at the bottom, and I'm going to let the rosemary go in there as well, because we want to maintain that rosemary flavor, but we're not going to actually eat the rosemary like this, because, I mean, who's going to do that? And then we take our pears, you stuff them in here. I like to keep the top up so you can actually see this top part. And don't worry about, oh my gosh, what if it falls apart? Don't worry, this is a very rustic recipe. And just put these in there.
Yeah. And then you just bake them in the oven.
And basically what's going to happen is, it's going to bake down nicely. The puff pastry is going to puff up. It's going to be nice, crispy on the outside, and then it's going to be nice and soft on the inside, baking beautifully, and it's going to be basically, it's like a blanket for the cement.
Yes, it is like a warm little winter blanket for the pear.
All right, and then I'm going to bake this in the oven until it's nice and golden brown. But luckily for you, South Africa, we worked our magic, and we've got some that we made earlier on today. Because I want to show you guys exactly how divine this is, right? That's not where we end. We make a crumble. You thought I was done? I am not done. We're going to make a crumble to go on top of our amazing dish using these beautifully crumbly, buttery, flaky bran rusks. You know what I love?
Yeah.
Baker's has basically taken a beautiful rusk and added the Baker's touch of magic.
I know, just like the extra bran. I eat it twice a day. In the morning when I wake up, in my coffee, I dip it in for brekkie, and then at night before I go to sleep, in a hot cup of milk.
Ooh. So what we're doing now is I'm crushing these guys. This doesn't need elbow grease, like we keep saying. The Baker's rusks are so nice and flaky, so you don't need to worry. Then we go in with some desiccated coconut that's been toasted, some icing sugar. And some oats.
Oh, nice, healthy. Healthy in between everything.
Exactly. So the great thing about this recipe is that you can actually enjoy it as is, right?
I tasted that crunch before and it's divine.
It works so perfectly with this. So this is what our pear is going to look like, our pear tartare.
Look how beautiful it is.
But this is not enough.
But do it in the pan. Turn all those three around.
Let me show you guys how it's going to look, right?
Because it's going to be like such a reveal.
You've got it over here. Let me turn it over so you can see how amazing these are. That's how they look. And then we put our amazing crumble on top. I'm gonna be Crumble Bay. There's Salt Bay, I'm Crumble Bay.
Oh, look at that. Oh, yummy.
Guys, please make sure you get the recipe because this right here is indulgence on a higher grade, right? And then to enjoy it all,
Pour some custard over it. Yes. Oh, yes.
amazing. And yes, I am taking this whole pan to my house to indulge over the weekend.
Are you?
And you too can do the same. Get all the ingredients on afternoonexpress.co.za.
Make the most of winter's simple pleasures with the new Baker's Good Morning Bran Rusks. Well done, girls. 3 recipes, 1 day, something of champions. I think everyone at home is ready for movie night. Don't you ladies agree?
I know I'm ready. I've just worked up an appetite and I know my tummy is ready to indulge.
So, you know, Chef Chumi, whilst you're getting your Super M on, I want to find out from you. You've got a little boy at home, and even though none of us are growing up this weekend, we're all triggering the inner child in us.
Of course.
What do you think your boy's rating of the Jungle Beat will be? From 1 star to 5 stars.
My son's rating of this movie will be, Mommy, I want Jungle Beat every day from morning to noon. So 5 is too little. I'd probably rate it a 10 out of 100. 100 out of 10, actually, because I would never see the end of it.
Yeah, I can imagine. Okay, so speaking about wanting your son to watch it over and over again, that's exactly what we're discussing on social media, right? We're finding out from everyone what is the movie that they are going to be having on repeat. So we have got Usibu Girl, and Usibu Girl says, Mama Jack, Zulu on my stoop, and Police Academy, #Afternoon Express. So we've got some local ones there, some local options, and we also have some international options there. Let's keep reading South Africa with Qiniso, and Qiniso says, Stomp the Yard. Ooh, that movie. I love Stomp the Yard, Qiniso. Take me back. I used to love that movie. I also used to watch Stomp the Yard 1 and 2 over and over. I love Megan Good.
Can you believe they had so many of them? Step up 1, 2,
yeah.
step up in the streets, step up. What? I was like, okay, stop. How many times are we going to step up?
I love that. And speaking about dance movies, I hope everyone has headed over to Afternoon Express's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages to see Dumi and I taking on the Together in This challenge. Dancing, doing the TikTok challenge. So much fun, South Africa, and I hope that you're going to be dancing along with us. And Anele, yesterday you played the piano, so today we're dancing.
Yes.
But on Monday, we've got so much more lined up. So you must have a safe and relaxing weekend, Mzansi. But please do join me again on Monday for an important and inspiring episode of Afternoon Express as we finally get to see which 2 of the 12 nominees and sponsors of Brave Campaign will be walking away as the winners. Until then, good night and happy eating.
Afternoon Express, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.